राइट। अब चलते हैं चाइना की तरफ, जहां आज एक बड़ा डेवलपमेंट हुआ है। फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी ने ब्रिक्स मीटिंग के ठीक पहले ही हैज़ अनाउंस्ड दैट सम एग्रीमेंट हैज़ बीन रीच्ड फॉर डिसएंगेजमेंट एंड पेट्रोलिंग। सो आई विल बी वेरी कीन टू नो सम डिटेल्स हाउ इट विल वर्क।
Well, I think what Foreign Secretary has said is what I can also say, that for those who have not heard that we reached an agreement on patrolling, and with that the disengagement, we have gone back to where the situation was in 2020, and we can say with that the disengagement process with China, you can say has been completed. So, so far I would say that's as much as I can share with you. I'm sure in due course iske details वगैरह निकलेंगे.
So, will now India be able to patrol in the areas of Galwan, Depsang?
No, you see, there are areas which for various reasons after 2020, because they had blocked us, so we had blocked them. So दो तरफा था, Bob. So what has happened is we have reached an understanding which will allow the patrolling. For example, you spoke about Depsang. That's not the only place. There are other places also. So I think the understanding, to my knowledge, is that we will be able to do the patrolling which we were doing in 2020.
Right. So what does this disengagement will finally mean, and how do we now see India-China relation going forward?
I think it's a good development. It's a positive development, and I would say it's a product of very patient and very persevering diplomacy. That at various points of time, people almost gave up. You can say, this has happened. So we have always maintained that, on the one hand, we had to obviously do the counter deployments, but side by side, we have been negotiating. We've been negotiating in fact, since September of 2020, when I met my counterpart, Mr. Wangi, in Moscow at that time. So it has been a very patient process, maybe more complicated than it could and should have been, but whatever it is, the fact is, if we are able, as we now have, to reach an understanding regarding patrolling, regarding maintaining the observing the sanctity of the LAC, then I think what it does is, it creates a basis that the peace and tranquility, which there should be in the border areas, which there was before 2020, hopefully we will be able to come back to that peace and tranquility. And that was our major concern, because we always said that if you disturb the peace and tranquility, how do you expect the rest of the relationship to go forward? So we'll have to see. I mean, abhi jo understanding jo thi, it was reached only today. So I think we have to see what the consequences.
Yeah, so we think it is a very important